Greetings, welcome back to my channel. For those who are new here, my name is Skye and I typically write paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. Today's video is for Preptober. It is part of Project AuthorTube, which is hosted by Tamara Woods. It's a collaboration where a bunch of AuthorTubers get together and kind of do a bunch of videos based around NaNoWriMo in preparation for NaNoWriMo. Today I wanted to talk about 3 reasons why you should participate in NaNoWriMo. Step number 1, it is a fantastic writing challenge. If you are new to my channel, you may not know this, but I love a good writing challenge. This is actually one of the first writing challenges I ever did. NaNoWriMo, if you do not know, stands for National Novel Writing Month. And it is a writing challenge in which you have 30 days to write 50,000 words, which was thought to be a short novel, or at least the start of a novel, depending on what genre you are writing. A lot of it does depend on what genre you are writing. I have participated in NaNoWriMo since 2009, I believe, though I did skip 2010 because I was pregnant with my oldest and she was due in November. So it made it a little difficult to do NaNoWriMo, so I didn't do it that year. But it has grown and evolved over the years so that it's not just writing 50,000 words in 30 days. That is the main event in November, but there's also camps in April and July where you can make your own word counts. The whole goal is to have 50,000 words in a month during NaNoWriMo itself, but you can break that down even further so that's 1,667 words a day, which makes it a lot easier to try to hit that goal. If you're like me and you like challenging yourself, or if you're new to writing and you just want to start getting into the habit, NaNoWriMo is a good place to start. And that goes into the second reason why you should participate in NaNoWriMo. And that's the fact that there are so many other people doing this challenge. It is a worldwide event. There are local events that happen depending on where you are located. COVID may have changed some of this a bit, so it might not be as easily accessible. You might have to do virtual meetings with your local groups versus physical meetings with your actual groups. But there are so many people worldwide that do this event that they even have a event that they call Night of Writing Dangerously, I believe it's called, where it was a whole bunch of people staying in an event in a hotel together, and they wrote in like this big theater room all night long, basically, and there was a lot of fun activities involved with it. I myself have never gone to it, but if they ever do it again, I don't think they're doing one this year again because of the pandemic. But if they ever do one again, I personally would actually love to attend one just so that I can meet some of the other people around me that are doing NaNoWriMo and trying their hardest to write all these words and see what the hype is about with Night of Writing Dangerously. Editing Skye here. I just learned that the Night of Writing Dangerously event is officially dropped. The last Night of Writing Dangerously event occurred in 2018. My apologies. But beyond that, there are a ton of live streams. There's the local meetups. There are forums on the NaNoWriMo website itself, which I will have linked below. There are so many people doing this challenge that it's hard to feel alone. Writing is definitely something where you feel alone a lot of times. And with NaNoWriMo, that is definitely not the case because there are so many people doing it as well. It's kind of hard to, you can throw a pebble and hit someone with it, basically kind of thing. So it's worth trying out, if nothing else, for the camaraderie. Which brings me to reason number 3. You've been wanting to write a project for so long. You talk about it all the time. I'll write it when I have time. I'll write it when I have time. I'll write it when I have time. The problem is there's no such thing as writing it when you have time. There's making the time to write it. And with NaNoWriMo, it gives you that excuse, that reason, that drive in order to do so. It only requires you to write 1,667 words a day. And while that may seem impossible, once you get started, if you have a good idea, especially if you take all of October to prep like a lot of people do, which is the purpose of these videos, there is no reason at all why you cannot prepare yourself to write a whole entire story, or at least the start of one, the first 50,000 words, again, depending on your genre, within 30 days. aiming towards that one daily goal of 1,667 words. And sometimes the offer of a challenge and the camaraderie of friends is all you need in order to drive you forward and push you in order to start that project. NaNoWriMo gives you a good excuse in order to start a brand new project. If you are new to NaNoWriMo and have never done it before, it gives you that drive in order to try out writing and see if you actually like it. A lot of people say, I would love to write a book someday, and never actually do it. And a lot of people who try NaNoWriMo, that is their reason for trying it. I've always said I wanted to write a book someday, and NaNoWriMo gives them a good reason to actually sit down and do what they said they wanted to do. It gives them that opportunity to actually write the book they want to write. If you're not new to NaNoWriMo, if you're not new to writing, it just gives you another push to work on a brand new project, especially like if you're like me and always stuck in the middle of edits at the time NaNoWriMo comes up. It gives you a legit reason to kind of stop working on edits unless your editor is expecting work from you and work on a new project. Or you can even be a NaNoRebel, like I have been multiple times, and use NaNoWriMo as a push to complete other projects. I myself will actually be a NaNoWriMo rebel this year, meaning I'm not going to be working on just one project at a time. For this challenge, I am going to be working on a bunch of different projects, and my daily goal is actually going to be a lot higher than 1,667 words a day. But you don't need to do that if you don't want to. I'm just saying, that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, my purpose is going to be to push and finish a bunch of projects at the same time, hopefully within 30 days, whereas maybe you're just hoping to get the first draft out. And remember, first drafts do not have to be perfect. That's not the point of them. They just have to be done so that you can go back and edit them later. I don't remember exactly who said it, but I know it's a famous quote out there. Oh, this is going to bother me. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm looking at my phone here for this quote, and it's from Jodi Picoult, and it says, "You might not write well every day, but you can always edit a bad page. You can't edit a blank page." So go ahead and get out there, attempt NaNoWriMo, and don't be afraid to write bad words, because you're just working towards finishing a project, to starting a project that you've never worked on before and getting all the words in. And it's okay if those words are bad, because you can always edit them later. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. You're welcome to give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this. And let me know down in the comments section some of your own tips for reasons to do NaNoWriMo. And let me know if you are doing NaNoWriMo this year. I would love to hear all about it. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, Dragonlings.